Hi, I'm Jennifer Humphrey. Thank you for taking a few minutes to review my action research proposal, Microlearning Pilot, Faster Onboarding for Higher Ed Account Executives. Answering the question, what impact does microlearning have on training completion rates and overall learner satisfaction based on LMS analytics and survey responses? I'll outline the problem, the research design, expected payoffs, and how this cycle can shape future practice. Why change? Right now, new hires complete about 60% of our 4-hour slide deck onboarding, and many take weeks to close their first deals. That delay hurts enrollment goals and adds mentor workload. Microlearning, short mobile lessons, can raise completion and shorten time to readiness. Sager and Williams' action research model reminds us to plan, act, observe, and reflect, turning a pain point into a data-driven improvement opportunity. The pilot targets the next cohort of 20 account executives. They'll replace the longest slide decks with 8 10-minute micro lessons and a 90-day booster quiz. We'll track completion, quiz scores, a 5-item satisfaction survey, weekly reflections, and the key business metric, days to first quota. Success looks like a 20% completion bump, earlier first deals, and higher self-reported confidence and satisfaction rates. All that is currently needed is a green light for the 8-week pilot and 2 debrief dates to begin. Data collection and management. Data will come from tools that we already use in a mixed method approach. Quantitative sources are LMS logs that will look at completion rates and quiz scores, the Likert survey, which will focus on relevance, pacing, satisfaction, confidence, and job readiness, and the sales dashboard. Qualitative sources will be open-ended survey questions and comments and weekly journals. Numbers will get descriptive stats, paired t-tests, and correlations. Comments will be coded thematically. Data will be de-identified with randomized IDs and stored on an encrypted drive. The data collection timeline. Week 1 locks in content, quizzes, and reflection prompts and tests all LMS links before being sent out. Week 2 sends consent forms, a short how-to video, and calendar reminders. Weeks 3 and 4 will be the primary learning windows. The LMS will log all completion time and quiz scores. We will also focus on anyone who is needing progress scores or to be nudged if they are behind progress. Week 5 pushes a 5-item survey with open-ended comments and questions to look at relevance and engagement. Week 6 runs the numbers and codes reflections for the themes. For week 7 and 8, we will merge everything into the action research report in a 1-page visual to share with leadership. Over those 8 weeks, we will have 4 data streams and a clear path from raw data into an actionable insight. Stakeholder roles. The roles are clear. Learning and development designers build the content in weeks 1 and 2. All managers will encourage completion and capture anecdotal wins. Mentors review reflections and provide feedback. New hires will complete the modules and journals weekly. Leadership will join at midpoint and final reflection meetings to share their thoughts and feedback. Clear roles help to keep the study on track and distribute the workload. Here's our pilot timeline. Week 0 is the kickoff. Weeks 1 and 2 are set aside for content build out. Weeks 3 through 8, the pilot will be live. We will have a midpoint huddle at week 4. Week 8, we will sit down to review all of the early data and decide on any adjustments that may be needed. Month 3, we will bring in a booster quiz at that 90-day mark and a long-term check to check on knowledge retention. Privacy will be non-negotiable for this action research plan. All names will be swapped out for random IDs. Data will be stored on encrypted SharePoint folder, and all aggregate numbers appear only in reports. All participants can opt out at any time, and raw data will auto-purge after 12 months. Expected outcomes and benefits. Industry benchmarks and previous studies suggest that there is a 20 to 30% higher completion rate, faster quota attainment, and stronger learner confidence when using microlearning. For the organization, that means that earlier revenue and mentor hours are freed up for coaching instead of content review. In addition, the microlearning template can also be transferred to other areas, such as admission and advising as well. Future applications. The same plan of plan, act, observe, reflect can tackle all areas such as retention, customer care, or leadership development. Staff can gain practical research skills, and every new idea arrives with its own data pathway. The same plan, act, observe, reflect cycle can serve three big priorities. First, retention. Short, stay and review lessons and mentor refreshers can be tested and tweaked, just like the onboarding content. Second, customer experience. Micro updates on new programs could cut response time and raise satisfaction. Third, leadership development. Bite-sized coaching modules for first-time supervisors give us a pathway for growing talent from within. Each project reuses the framework, keeps staff in the driver's seat, and embeds continuous improvement across the organization. Action research shifts me from intuition to evidence. Following the plan, act, observe, reflect loop, I will launch quick pilots, gather just enough data, and co-interpret results with colleagues before scaling. This test, learn, refine habit elevates my frontline voice, sharpens my data storytelling for leadership talks, and keeps privacy safeguards front and center. Every future initiative will come with its own feedback cycle, making continuous ethical improvements a normal part of my practice going forward.